31-year-old Azerati France has been arrested and charged with murder, child abuse, torture, and concealing the death of an individual. The events came to light at around 12:45 p.m. on the 24th of June 2022, when the authorities were called to a home located in the 12,760 block of Monte Vista Street in Detroit, Michigan, after a woman requested a welfare check on a 3-year-old grandson, Chase Allen, after not seeing him for some time. 3 deputies and a state child advocate arrived at the home. Chase's mother, Azerati, answered the door. When talking to her, the officers felt that something wasn't right about the conversation they were having and the way that she was conducting herself. She was acting strange and being uncooperative. She tried pushing the officers away, saying that there was nothing wrong. However, the officers' intuition and experience told them that something was going on. The officers then called in their supervisor for backup, and the team entered the home. While conducting a search of the home, they found 5 children living in squalor and the decomposing remains of a boy inside a basement freezer. The medical examiner determined that the boy's death was a homicide. It's unclear how long the child had been dead for or exactly how he was killed. Toni Haynes, the boy's grandmother, said that Chase was blind. She said she became suspicious of her daughter Azerati when she told her that the boy burned his hands by touching a plate full of noodles. Toni said that Child Protective Services had visited her daughter's home on multiple occasions, and her daughter told her that Chase had gone to live with her paternal grandfather's girlfriend in Coldwater. She said that Chase's grandfather recently got out of jail and that he told her that Chase wasn't living with his girlfriend. She said family members went to Azerati's home about 2 weeks ago to confront her daughter, followed by a call to the State Child Protective Services. Azerati allegedly told a relative that she couldn't deal with Chase, and a relative told her to give the child to them if she can't deal with it. It's reported that the Child Protective Services have been called to the home at least 13 times this year, but each time they were unable to make headway and were not allowed inside the home. The 5 children living in the home were taken to the hospital for medical evaluation before being placed into the hands of Child Protective Services. Azerati was arraigned on the 26th of June and pleaded not guilty. Azerati is held at the Wayne County Jail without bond. 40-year-old Darlene Nicole Brister has been arrested and charged with murder in the stabbing deaths of her 3 children. The incident occurred at around 9:19 p.m. on the 24th of June 2022, when the authorities received a 911 call about a domestic disturbance located at 776 Woodwind Drive at Rockmart, Georgia. It was reported that a female who was inside the home was attempting to stab the occupants, and at the time of the call, the home was on fire and the occupants were inside. Deputies and firefighters entered the home to put out the flames and rescue the children inside. There were 7 children in the home. A 3-year-old and a 9-month-old died from multiple stab wounds at the scene, and a 5-year-old died later after being transported to a local hospital in a critical condition. 4 children survived the ordeal. A 14-year-old and a 16-year-old were uninjured. A 9-year-old and 11-year-old were taken to hospital. Their condition is unknown. Neighbours said the family lived in the home for almost 5 years, but while they often saw them, they did not know them well. They described hearing ongoing dispute problems at the residence, though they didn't think they would get this bad. Most of the fire damage was caused to the rear of the house. It's reported that Darlene was hiding in the house while deputies and firefighters were saving the children and removing their dead bodies from the home. The motive of the attack is unclear. No one has yet been charged with arson. However, the matter is under investigation and further charges are possible. Darlene is held at the Paulding County Detention Center without bail. 27-year-old Charles McKnight, a temporary employee for the auto accessories manufacturing company WeatherTech, is behind bars after shooting 3 co-workers. Charles had been employed at the facility since the 9th of June 2022. The incident occurred at around 6:30 a.m. on the 25th of June, located at 841 Remington Boulevard in Bolingbrook, Illinois, when a group of employees confronted Charles and accused him of stealing a watch and a wallet from 2 co-workers at gunpoint. An argument followed and Charles pulled out a gun and shot 3 employees before fleeing the scene. He killed 37-year-old Central Hightower and wounded 2 male co-workers aged 25 and 43. The 25-year-old is in a critical condition and was one of the employees who had earlier been robbed. The 43-year-old man has been treated and released from hospital. 3 hours after the shooting, the authorities found Charles hiding in a nearby backyard, in the 500 block of Larkspur Lane, where he was arrested. A gun and the stolen items were reportedly recovered at the scene. Charles has been charged with first-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder. Further charges are possible. He's held at the Bolingbroke Jail on a $5 million bond.